Hello everybody, this is my review of the Multimach CCX. This Iron Banner weapon returned to us after the mid-season update and is now obtainable since Iron Banner is out this week. It comes back with some new roles and some lost perks. Notably, we lost Killing Wind and Threat Detector in the third column. Uh, there's not really that great of a replacement here for kill chaining, except now, this fourth column slot is a bit more open since Iron Reach is not nearly as good as it used to be. As for the attachment slots, I still think that range is the most important stat on an SMG, but it's good to not sacrifice that much stability for it. If you get accurized rounds and a ranged masterwork, I would not go for full bore, I would go for small bore or hammer forged rifling. An important thing to note is that this comes with 100 recoil direction by default, so going for arrowhead break, extended barrel, or chambered compensator would not be a wise idea, since it's essentially just fluted barrel, polygonal rifling, and hammerforged rifling, but with stability benefits or, handling downsides, or for arrowhead break's case, it's not getting that stability benefit that fluted barrel has. If, however, you do not get accurized rounds in a ranged masterwork, say you get flared magwell in a ranged masterwork, I would go for full bore. That 54 range seems really like a stat that you want to hit. I've gotten rolls with an option between full bore and hammerforged in this similar situation, and overall I preferred full bore. An important thing to note is that I am on mouse and keyboard, so the preferences might differ for controller, though I do think that range is definitely still very strong on controller. As for the third and fourth column perks, attrition orbs is useless, iron gaze has never been good, and for PC at least, mouse and keyboard, I really don't think that dynamic sway reduction is the play. It's a perk that's good, but there are things that are better. I just saw Kami Cake's review. He said that moving target played a bit better than dynamic sway reduction, or they played the same, but moving target has that strafe benefit. So I think that moving target would be the play over dynamic sway reduction, though I can't speak too much on it since I've not gotten a single roll that has a good range and a good fourth column perk with moving target. That just goes to show how bad the Iron Banner RNG is right now. So we've crossed these three perks off, and we're left with these three. Overall, I think that rangefinder would be the play. Underrover is good, but it's more of a perk on a weapon that you would swap to if you see the team has a lot of warlocks or void titans. Moving target could be the play, but again, I really wouldn't know. So rangefinder has felt the most consistent. I see that a lot of people are writing off rangefinder since it removed the damage fall off benefit from the nerf a while back. However, I think that this still is a really good perk. It will make you more consistent beyond what you'd usually be able to be consistent at. And when the perks become enhanceable, it'll give +5 stability, which will also be nice. I think moving target gives +1 aim assist, and under over does a little bit more damage. So this might be the most beneficial from that change in the final shape. As for the fourth column perks, Frenzy's good on an SMG, especially if you pair with Gemini Jesters or some kind of healing perk so that you can constantly be in the fight. Well, not a healing perk, but more like abilities like Healing Grenade or Phoenix Dive. Iron Reach is still good, but it might not be the play compared to the other perks. It definitely does make your gun more consistent, or more accurate, but you do need to really focus up on controlling your recoil. This perk, Kill Clip, is probably my go-to on the Multimach now. It drops your time to kill by quite a bit. It also makes it very easy to hit that time to kill. And for some reason, it makes the bullets feel like they register better. And another thing to note is that since it does increase damage, it's also increasing the flinch that your opponent receives. The underdog that people probably weren't expecting to be good was Kinetic Tremors. It'll activate on the 14th shot, and if you see here, it takes 12 shots for the optimal time to kill. So that's only two more shots, and as a cool guy showed, that those shots go out really fast. And once this perk becomes enhanceable, it should only take 13 shots. And it's really one of the perks that really benefits from becoming enhanceable. I think Kill Clip gains an extra second, which is really nice. And moving on to Tap the Trigger, this is another perk that I really can't speak on because I haven't gotten a good roll with Tap the Trigger. Most of them have been like Dynamic Sway Tap the Trigger or Iron Gaze Tap the Trigger. So I really can't speak on it. But just looking at how beneficial it'd be, it seems like if you got Tap the Trigger, you'd be able to go all into range and you'd have this really nice stat package for 0.6 seconds, which is almost the entirety of the time to kill. So that should be really good. Moving on to Target Lock, I think that this perk is very overrated now. It's gotten nerfed so many times, and sure, it does prevent that resilience check, but that's assuming you land all 11 crits, which in most cases you're really not going to for a number of reasons like flinch or maybe your opponent's strafing with peacekeepers. You're really not going to be hitting that with 100% accuracy, and it's going to be a lot worse than something like Kill Clip or Kinetic Tremors. Now, the obvious comparison that I've seen in Cool Guy and Cammy Cake's reviews are that Submission is kind of just better. It has better stats, as you can see here, same range, better stability, better reload, better aim assist, way better airborne effectiveness. It's basically like it's got an intrinsic Icarus grip that can be stacked with Icarus grip, and it's got a very nice sight. And so the question is, why would you pick Multimach over the submission? There's couple reasons. The first one would be the origin trait. Soul Drinker really isn't that great in PvP, while Skulking Wolf and Field Tested are quite good. I would pick Field Tested over Skulking Wolf most of the time, just because I do like those stat bonuses. Another thing that Multimach has over the submission is that it's got better neutral game. Uh, if you if you're not like talking about the stats and you're talking about the perks, it has better neutral game because rangefinder is gonna help you land shots easier, and Connect Tremor is gonna help you extend your optimal range a bit further. And then that's a bit better than submission since the really the only passive perk would be like perpetual motion, maybe frenzy, but mainly you're going to be going with encore and killing win on submission, which is more of a kill chaining role. And if you're comparing that to kill clip on the multi-mark, you could say that either one is a bit better, but definitely one isn't just strictly better than the other. However, its submission is craftable and multi-mock is very hard to get because of the Iron Banner RNG. Comparing the multi-mock to other 900 RPM lightweight submachine guns in the kinetic slot, you'll see that it has really good range, decent stability, uh, maybe on the low end of aim assist, and AE's bout on the low end too. Something that I didn't really expect was the prolonged engagement was a little bit surprising in how good of perks it has. It does have 14 zoom, however, so I don't know if it's really a contender. but I think that this would kind of be my role that I would go for range, masterworks, small bore, accurized rounds, rangefinder, and kill clip. Moving to dim and the roles that I have a kill clip rangefinder with almost max range. This has flared magwell, which is fine with kill clip. I would have preferred accurized, but that's okay. This role is Iron Reach, max range with under over. It is pretty good. I have 62 kills on it. Uh, the recoil is just kind of a bit hard to manage. The next role, Kinetic Tremors Rangefinder. This is similar stat-wise to this role, but it has Tactical Mag instead of Flared Magwell, which I think Tactical Mag is a bit worse than Flared Magwell just because that +1 to the magazine really doesn't matter. And then this last role is the one that I've gotten kind of recently, Iron Reach Rangefinder. I was hoping that this would be really good, but missing Accurized rounds is kind of making us feel not that great. So I don't know if that's really a problem of a rangefinder making it feel worse or just a lack of accurized rounds. Overall, I think that the Multimach is worth getting. It's just a bit hard to get, especially trying to get the roll that you want, 5 for 5. What I've noticed is that I've gotten a lot of rolls that have Pendant Mag, Tactical Mag, Extended Mag, Flared Mag wall. Some people could argue that steady rounds is the play. I do think that I value range more than stability, so I'd only invest minimally into stability, or at least try not to harm it. Well, that's about it. Hope you get a really good roll on the Multimach.